Hello everyone, this is Board Games Bourbon. I'm Glenn Flaherty, and right now I want to tell you about Shifting Stones, the brand new game that is discovered by Gamewright Games. It is super cool and I'm loving it for a few reasons. First of all, the production is super high quality. All the pieces are thick, colorful, well made. The setup takes almost no time at all. I mean like 15 seconds. It has a solo mode that is mind-bending and the rules are few, easy to understand, but the gameplay is pretty darn interesting. Now, how do we play the game? Well, the point of the game is you're going to get these cards, and kind of like Takenoko, you're trying to create these patterns. When you make these patterns on this board, you're going to get the points on the card. When you play the game, each player is going to get 4 cards. And let me show you these 4 cards, okay? Some of them are going to be worth 5 points, but they're a little bit more complex. All the way down, the cards are worth 1, and they're pretty darn easy there. And what you want to do is, on your turn, you can, of course, skip, and you can pick up 2 cards extra. You can do that one time, not 2 times in a row. But what you want to do is you want to score them. The way you're going to do is you're going to look at the board and see if it matches. If it does not match, what you're going to do is play a card to manipulate the board. So it's probably unlikely I'm going to get 5 points, at least now, because I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm going to discard this 5-point card so I can manipulate the board, and I'm going to try to get this pattern, which is gray next to a blue ship. So here's my blue ship, here's my purple. Now, because I spent this card, I can manipulate the board in one of 2 ways. I can either flip a tile over to its other side, and I always know what's on the other side of the cards because they give you a player aid, and the player aid tells you not only what's on the other side, it tells you the steps of the games, and it tells you how many cards you got to get to end the game. So I can either flip it or I can flip location. So in this case, I'm going to use my manipulation to flip, and when I do that, I have a gray next to a blue. That is that, and I've scored this, so I have 1 point. Now, and this is just going to go back and forth, shifting, trying to score, throwing away cards in a way that's kind of like Dominion, because your cards do a couple different things. It's also like Takenoko, because you're manipulating the board and trying to get patterns. Now, in a 2-player game, you need 10 cards, and let's look at the different player counts here, okay? So, if it is 2 players, you need 10 cards. If you have 5 players, you need 7 cards. Once the cards are collected and scored, somebody reaches that amount, you score the cards. The person who has the most number 1 cards gets a 3-point kicker, and that's the end of the game. It moves very briskly. It's very clever. There's some long-term planning in there because you have to kind of set yourself up and kind of like roll with the punches as you go. As far as this solo mode, which is amazing. First of all, the solo mode is so good because it takes so little time to set up. I'm so over games with a solo mode, but you have to do like this very involved setup to get it going. Anyway, this is very short. You're in it, boom, boom, boom. And the solo mode essentially is you're going to form a deck here of 16 cards, and you need to win the game, complete every one of those 16 cards. You're going to pick up 4 in your hand. You're going to shift stuff around. Whatever you discard, you're going to try to complete. Now, the kicker is if on your turn you cannot complete a pattern, that's counted as a strike, and you get up to 4 strikes in the solo mode. It's way harder than you might think, but it's very satisfying to get that rotation, to get that pattern, and to get that little engine going to getting the cards where you need it to go. Anyway, that is Shifting Stones. If you're looking for a gift game, a new one, a fresh one, a well-produced one, I highly recommend this one. If you have questions about rules, please ask. Until next time, friends, happy holidays. Take care.